Prisons are built to keep criminals inside, but some geniuses decided the rules didn't apply to them. While most inmates spend their time staring at walls, these guys turned their cells into five-star escape rooms. From digging tunnels like movie villains to just walking out, here are 20 of the most unbelievable real-life prison escapes. Number 20. The Fake Guard Escape. 2020. A change of uniform does wonders. An inmate in Indonesia pulled off the easiest escape plan ever. He put on a guard uniform and walked right out of prison like it was his day off. The actual guards didn't even question it, proving that sometimes all you need is confidence and a decent disguise. Number 19. Brian Bo Larson. 2021. Escape is just a suggestion. Danish prisoner Brian Bo Larson was such an escape expert. He did it more than 20 times. His boldest move? Stealing a bulldozer and crashing through the prison fence. Not exactly subtle, but hey, it worked. Until they caught him again. Number 18. Vladimir Kousman. 2012. The guy who escaped twice in one day. Russian inmate Vladimir Kousman didn't just escape once. He did it twice in the same day. First, he snuck out of prison by hiding in a garbage truck, successfully making it outside the facility. But when the police caught him hours later and took him back to the station for questioning, he somehow escaped again, right from under their noses. One escape is impressive, but 2 in 24 hours? That's just showing off. Number 17. The Stockholm Surprise. 2004. The prisoners who ordered a helicopter Uber. 2 Swedish inmates called up a friend, told him to steal a helicopter and drop a rope into the prison yard. They climbed up, waved goodbye, and flew off like VIPs. The guards, probably still confused. Number 16. John Dillinger. 1934. The soap gun masterpiece. Legendary gangster John Dillinger carved a gun out of soap, painted it black with shoe polish, and bluffed his way out of an Indiana jail. The guards fell for it completely, because apparently, soap guns were just that convincing in the 30s. Number 15. The Texas 7. 2000. Teamwork makes the dream work. 7 inmates at a maximum security prison in Texas pulled off what was basically an Ocean's 11 heist, but with way less charm. They overpowered guards, disguised themselves as prison workers, and simply walked out. They managed to stay free for over a month before one dumb mistake, getting spotted at an RV park. 6 got caught, and 1 took the "you'll never take me alive" approach. Number 14. Frank Abagnale. 1971. Catch Me If You Can IRL. Before Leonardo DiCaprio made him famous, Frank Abagnale was out here finessing his way out of prison like a pro. After getting locked up for fraud, he convinced guards he was an undercover FBI inspector. They let him have VIP treatment, and eventually, he just walked out, because apparently that's all it took in the 70s. Number 13. Pascal Payet. 2001, 2003, 2007. The helicopter enthusiast. Pascal Payet loved escaping from prison so much, he did it 3 times. His go-to method? A helicopter. The first time, he had someone pick him up by air. The second time, he helped break out 3 more prisoners. And the third, he just hijacked another helicopter and dipped. Authorities finally had enough and locked him in an undisclosed location to stop him from booking another flight. Number 12. Richard Lee McNair. 2006. The ultimate smooth talker. McNair was already a fugitive when he got caught again and put in a Louisiana prison. But he had a plan. He mailed himself out in a box. Yes, you heard that right. He hid inside a stack of mail bags and shipped himself to freedom. Even crazier, a cop stopped him during his escape, but McNair smooth-talked his way out of it and kept running. Number 11. Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán. 2015. The Tunnel King. If you're one of the most powerful drug lords in history, you're not staying locked up for long. El Chapo dug a 1-mile tunnel from his cell to freedom, complete with lighting, ventilation, and a motorcycle on rails. Netflix couldn't have written this better. Authorities eventually caught him again, but not before he proved that digging your way out is still a classic escape move. Number 10. The Great Escape from Alcatraz. 1962. Shawshank? Never heard of it. Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers did what was supposedly impossible. They escaped from Alcatraz. They dug a hole in the wall, created fake heads out of soap and hair, and paddled away on a homemade raft. The FBI insists they probably drowned. But let's be real, they're chilling somewhere with fake identities. Number 9. Yoshie Shiratori. 1930s to 40s. Japan's Houdini. Shiratori escaped 4 times, using miso soup to corrode metal locks, scaling walls like a ninja, and slipping through vents. He was caught repeatedly, but refused to stay put. Eventually, Japanese authorities just gave up and released him. probably too exhausted to keep chasing him. Number 8. Alfred Hinds, 1950s. Escape so nice, he did it thrice. Hinds escaped from 3 different prisons, outsmarting guards every time. But the real flex? While on the run, he sued the government for wrongful imprisonment and actually got a court hearing. Imagine escaping and then legally arguing you shouldn't have been jailed in the first place. Number 7. The Texas Tower Escape, 1979. We're just gonna pretend to be guards. 2 prisoners dressed as guards grabbed a clipboard and walked right out of a Texas prison like they owned the place. Not one actual guard questioned them, because apparently confidence is a free pass out of jail. Number 6. The El Dorado Mass Escape, 1979. A literal army of escapers. In Venezuela, over 200 prisoners escaped at the same time after bribing the guards. The sheer number of people running out made it impossible to stop them all, proving that sometimes quantity beats quality in an escape. Number 5. The Belgian Tunnel Escape, 2018. Digging like it's Minecraft. 3 prisoners spent weeks secretly digging a tunnel using spoons and makeshift tools. No one noticed until they popped out on the other side of the wall, proving that slow and steady really does win the race. Number 4. Choi Gap-bok, 2012. The Human Noodle Escape. A yoga master squeezed through a 5.9-inch wide food slot, contorting his body like a circus performer. Guards watching CCTV were left completely speechless, probably questioning their life choices. Number 3. The British Spy Escape, 1950, the Great Brain Heist. Soviet spy George Blake's buddies literally climbed into the prison, cut the bars, and walked him out like it was a casual rescue mission. British authorities were left staring at an empty cell in disbelief. Number 2. French Serial Killer's Escape, 90s. Why lock the roof, right? Michel Vaujour held up prison guards with a fake soap gun, and his wife picked him up in a helicopter. The prison had 0 roof security, because apparently no one expected a Hollywood-style escape. And finally, number 1. The Florida Trash Escape, 2013. Nobody checks the paperwork. 2 inmates faked their own release papers, handed them to the guards, and walked out of maximum security like it was a checkout at Walmart. It took weeks before the prison even realized their mistake. So, what did we learn today? Apparently, prison security is only as good as its laziest guard. Some of these criminals went full Mission Impossible, while others just relied on human stupidity. Either way, they gave us some of the craziest real-life escapes ever. Which one blew your mind the most? Let me know in the comments.